At the time, I was a senior and I was actually a week away from finals. I was also working full-time while going to school, and I was helping take care of my siblings. Typically in a week, I was working 60 hours. My mom's a single mom, and for that reason, I felt like I had to help out more, and I will try to take on as much as I can. I felt like my chest was tightening. Then I just felt, my hand by itself, it just started like contracting, and I could feel that I was losing sense in it. So I sat up, and by then I had lost all sensation on my left side. So Danny had to carry me over to the bed, and by this time I couldn't move my left arm at all.
I panicked a little bit. I tried not to show that to her because I didn't want her to get scared. I called 911 and they gave me some clues to look for, and she had all the clues.
When I got to the hospital, they brought me in, put me in a MRI machine right away. I do remember Danny being in the MRI room with me. I knew it was bad because, again, Danny broke down.
Steffany, her hemorrhage, which was a bleed, was in the midbrain, and she had weakness on the left side. Steffany came here every day. She had the most amazing family support I have seen in a long time. Her sisters did not leave her sight, and they were here helping her so that when Steffany's time came to be here for therapy, she was here and doing it.
While in rehab, a typical day entailed waking up very early, going to speech therapy, after that occupational therapy, after that physical therapy. My day would end at about 7, and I mean it would end because I would be in bed by 7 from how much therapy I was receiving and how exhausted I would be. It's very easy to see what's wrong with you, but you don't realize the toll that it's going to take on you emotionally. Since I couldn't talk, the only thing I could manage to do was cry. And even then, the cries that I would let out would be, honestly, it almost like a newborn baby. It didn't fully sound like a cry. I guess I had to learn how to cry too. So the first time that I got up from the wheelchair, it felt very liberating because, if I wasn't sitting in the wheelchair, I was laying down on my bed. So I felt like, I didn't have the ability or like the independence that I did before. And there would be times where I would think, how did I end up here? That just pushed me to, push myself more because it is very hard. It is very hard having to deal with it emotionally and physically.
Every patient is special to us, but when we get a young patient, it's even more compelling. We have someone who's just beginning their life. Sorry. When we get an individual who's young, like Steffany, it makes us all want to work harder for her. And every gain that she makes is a tremendous gift to us from the patient. And then I felt that we wanted to do the utmost to make sure that when she left us, she had possibilities to regain her life. And I'm glad to see that today.
My stroke happened April 2019, and in June I got to go home. When the stroke happened, it was only a week before finals. So once I was discharged, I didn't think twice about going back, and in July I got to graduate. I've been studying for my LSAT, and I'm going to take the test in a few weeks. Whether it be law school or whether it be master's, I'm going back for another degree. I think it's very important to share this experience so people can get educated. I think especially as women, we just take on so much. We're just caretakers and we think we can take the world on, but we think that and our bodies don't. And unfortunately, things like this can happen, and it can happen to anybody.
I'm excited for our future. We have a wedding to plan.
I recently got engaged.
I'm really thankful that Steffany is a survivor.
Thank you for going red.